Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? It's Saturday. What are y'all doing? So, we're going to be talking about the men you attract. Y'all ready? All right. So, I forgot to put this in the comments or the description, but I'm going to be using and referencing this book. It's called Notes to Self, a Journal for Self-Care. But I'm only going to reference for one thing, but it's by Lisa Curry. And I think I got it at like 5 below or something, 5 and below. But I'll just put the title up there. Okay, so the men you attract. The men you attract depends on where you are currently in your life. So the type of men you attract are going to change as you change. And I think a lot of you guys have noticed that, right? As you've leveled up. So I think we understand why a lot of women attract certain men. A lot of women will attract a dusty. A lot of women will attract, quality. A lot of women will attract whatever, like just random stuff. And like they don't know what they're going to get. But you're going to attract the type of man that you are vibrating at the present moment. So if you're feeling the need to be validated quickly, you're going to attract a man that likes to validate women quickly. That means they don't put any thought into it. They probably don't really mean it. And so usually that's a dusty. You said you only attract wealthy. Okay, then, girl, that's what we're trying to get to, right? Abundant. So, she says she's attracting only wealthy men is because she feels fulfilled and full within. Like she's full of the wealth of herself. She doesn't need anything else outside of herself from anyone else, like validation, hopefully. So she's going to also attract the same type, someone who doesn't need outside validation, and who is fulfilled within. So they're not going to ask you like, how much money do you make a year? They may say, like, what do you do? But they may not be concerned about what your salary is. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't need it. Y'all don't see them bright lights in my sunglasses? This is what I have to stare at for hours upon hours when I film. You see all these lights around? And tonight, my eyes are just very sensitive to the light. And if I take them off, yeah, I know y'all just want to see my face. I'll show y'all. But if I don't put these back on, you're going to see some red eyes. But anyway, I'll take it as much as I can, and then I'll have to put the glasses back on. So, yeah. What? You like my glasses? Thank you. Because you're the prize and you always shine. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. And taking care of yourself as part of the whole thing, you're going to attract someone that takes care of their selves and has priorities in their lives. So it's not going to be in shambles, and they're going to have their stuff together because you got your stuff together. So this may play out in different ways. Like you may put yourself as a priority to look and feel your best and put yourself, with certain standards. They may do the same thing, but on a different level. It could be with work, with career, with finances, with education or whatever. But they're going to be attracted to the value that you have put in yourself, just like you're going to be attracted to the value that they put in themselves, or whatever type of value it is. So that's why I'm saying you have to be sure that you know who you are and you're focused on you and you're bettering yourself. Because if you're not, you know what you're going to attract. Dust. The wig details, of course, ywigs.com, you guys. Coupon code in the description bar. And just go to any of my wig videos and click on the link or type in ywigs, or it's in the description bar. Just go and you'll find it. Just type in blonde and all the blonde wigs will pop up and you'll see this one. I actually tied it back. It's just a middle part straight blonde wig with brown highlight. I mean brown roots. So that should still be there. What do I think of foreign men that travel to a foreign country to find wife? Like coming to America? I got to go watch Coming to America too. He had to find his queen in Queens. Well, I thought that was a good idea. But, you know, I live in La La Land. Just like they can go there, other men can come here. Shoot, what they talking about? You know how many people want to get married right now? Okay. That's another thing. Like the funniest thing, like so many of the dusty dudes are like, that's why you're going to die alone and you'll never get married. You know, talking to women. I'm like, do you know how many people need a green card? Sit down, sir. Okay, they're ready to get married. But can you afford the marriage, sir? Can you afford to get married? We could just get married. Can you afford it? You can't afford it. Okay, that was my petty side coming out. You know how you don't know what something means until it starts to make sense later on. It's like, what? You're gonna feel that when you start, leveling up. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is what she was talking about. You only attract construction workers. Girl, they think you Barbara the Builder, girl. I hope not. How do you meet construction workers, by the way? I think I might have met one construction worker in my life. Where'd they be at? Okay. You're ready to move? Okay, so let's get back to the topic. Men, okay, the men you're going to attract, okay, depending on what they are looking for in a woman and depending on what you're looking for in a man. So most men are definitely looking for looks. We already know that. Hey girl, you'll be back. You want a date? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good. Have fun. Good luck. Thank you. You said you attract billionaires. Okay. Well, keep doing whatever you're doing and share it in the comments. So the men are going to, be wealthy because that's what the women like, or to be financially secure because that's what the women like. I know that's what I like. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna even lie no more. Like, there's no use for me to lie. I like men who got it together and can do a little something. I can't lie. Okay. Y'all already know this. This is my channel. I've been up here for so long. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because men have so many different preferences in women, and people don't need to feel any type of way because they like this or they like that. We don't have to all like the same thing. You can like somebody because of this or that. You can like somebody, but see, that's an added bonus. All those things come with it, but do money come with it? That's the difference. Got to put these back on. That's the difference. Like, you can find good personality. You can find this person. You can find an attractive person. It's going to be easier to find all of that by itself, but not with money. So if you could find some money, or you can get some money yourself, or find somebody to help you find a way to get you some money, either way, what's going to happen is, their money can fix them. You see all those famous people level up once they start getting paid. They don't look the same like when they started off. So obviously their money can help their looks improve. So that's not going to be an issue. It might even help your looks improve, But anybody can develop a good personality. Anybody can be attractive. But can anybody, make sure that everything is taken care of, and more? We gotta think about that, because when we start to think, oh, make excuses, oh, well, maybe he'll change, or maybe he'll do this, or maybe he'll improve, then we start to deduct points from ourselves and value from ourselves when we start making excuses for other people to fit in our lives that they don't fit. That's just like doing a job interview, and you really like the person that you're interviewing, but you have to keep scratching off skills that they don't have, and now you're back at square one. And so you got somebody that you like, but they fit none of the skills or the job description. Buy yourself blue light sunglass, anti-aging on. Thank you. Yeah, I need some blue glasses too. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, I have some pink ones. So we're going to make sure that we're not going to start deducting points from ourselves just because we have to make room for someone that's not meeting I've seen a lot of women ask me questions and they're like, oh my goodness, but he's this and but he's that. But is that what you want? Is that what you started off originally wanting? No. Is that what you want to end up with? Is that going to be enough in 20 years? Is that going to be enough in 10 years? Maybe, maybe not. Are you going to keep this feeling for 10 years? No, probably not. So you're going to need that little extra that you scratched off. You need to write that back in. Okay. So we have to be careful about doing this, because if you keep doing that, you're going to end up in the same place where you started. Okay. Men do this too. Like a lot of men will do this. They'll get with a woman and they'll be like, oh, she's beautiful, but if she's crazy, I got to let her go. And she'd be crazy. Oh, if she's full of drama, she got to go. She get full of drama. You still don't let her go. If she called him people on me, I got to let him. She'd have called him people. He's still there. So, we got to realize what's it going to take for us to realize that the type of men that we want, or the type of women that we want to attract, is a reflection of our standards and what we require. I said, if you treat relationships like a business, like not in the relationship, but like the process of the relationship in your own mind, if you look at it like a business, you probably will do a lot better with relationships, rather than if you're not looking at it like a business. It's just the truth. So I know a lot of women watched the video, a lot of guys too, because I asked them to be there. A lot of you guys watched the video about raising money for your business and mingling with millionaires. Okay. And a lot of you guys already signed up for that workshop. So I guess I'm gonna see y'all there. So thank you. I'm getting ready to figure out how to get me some serious money too. Okay, y'all. 2021, I'm not playing. 2022, I'm coming. This is it. And it's not the money that I'm after. It's basically the freedom. There's so much freedom that comes with money. And also, I want to teach my kids how to get that money, so they won't be looking crazy with some dusty somewhere. Sure, I met a high earning man online. He is in Florida. Is that FL? Florida? And I am in New York. He is flying me there at the end of the month. Should I expect money and gifts from him before I get there? It's been a month. I don't know, did you indicate that you wanted something? Did you drop clues and hints? Because men don't think like that. You got to tell them. You got to drop clues and hints like, I need this, or I was looking at this and, here's the link to that, or I ran out of this, or I really like that. You got to leave hints and clues. Otherwise, how they're going to know? If you've left hints and clues and they still haven't done it yet, then I would make up some expenses before travel takes place. Pre-travel expenses, like, and because like a plane ticket, especially with frequent flyer miles out there, that could be free. I'm just saying, sprinkle. You said you too spoiled to ever date a broke man. I know that's what I'm telling. That's why I keep telling women. Once you get to a certain level, you can't go backwards. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't go back. You can only stay there or go forward. It's terrible. I know. It's like when you're spoiled with something, like, no shade to certain restaurants, but I'm not even gonna say their name because they might. Some people only like coffee from Starbucks. Some people will go get it from a fast food restaurant, right? I can't do that no more. I have to have the type of drink I drink. I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't like to, and I don't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. It's also like the difference between having a good pair of sunglasses versus the little cheap kind that fall apart. Thank you, Lady Hathor Sprinkle. Hey, Shira, I'm in your Level Up group on Facebook and made a post about when you talk bad about Applebee's. Thank you, Sprinkle. Yeah, it's like you can't go back to Applebee's ever. Like, ever. You can't go to Applebee's anymore after someone has taken you to a 5-star restaurant. What the heck? Unless you own the Applebee's or they own the Applebee's, or you need to use the Applebee's bathroom, but that's about it. Sorry if y'all like Applebee's. Sorry, Applebee's. I'm vegan anyway, so, or plant-based, I should say. Sorry. Can't help that. All right, so the book that I was referencing earlier, I'm going to talk about this for a second. Oh, wrong. This was from Five Below. I'm sure you can find it online too. Notes to Self, A Journal for Self-Care by Lisa Curie. Yeah, okay. So a lot of you ladies who are leveling up are having trouble controlling your emotions and how you feel about certain things. And I found something in this book that I think you can make in your own notebook. You don't even have to really get this book if you don't want to. But it's kind of like a journal, and it outlines, like, I'll show you. Like, they just have like a calendar here, and it says, what's the weather inside me like? And it's like, how do you feel that day? How do you feel on Monday mostly, and a little bit, how do you feel a little bit and how do you feel mostly? So that when you go back and read after a week and see how you feel, you could kind of compare it, if you keep another journal, about the type of men that may have approached you. And then the next week, you can like feel good all week, leveled up, dress your best, look cute, and then compare in another, notebook, the type of men that approached you or talked to you that week. So you can see how your feelings and how you treat yourself and how you're walking around, just whatever standards you're having for this week affects what is attracted. And then you can start to see what you need to change and what you need to fix on paper. Because a lot of women will just forget, and they'll be like, oh, I don't know why I keep attracting these type of people. This way you can keep track Oh, that's right. That day I had a bad attitude because A, B, C, and D. And then this Dusty came up to me. See? So this day I felt really pretty and good, and I took an extra hour to get ready, and I had on that new perfume, and you know, um, I just got my nails done, and I was feeling really good. And oh, this dude came up to me, and he, blah 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 blah. He's the owner of this and that, and he drives a nice car. So you're gonna see the changes, or it might not be that drastic, but it may start to gradually change, and you'll see that you need to change how you think and how you feel and how you present yourself and how you look, because how you look affects how you feel. And I'm not even joking. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel confident, there's less self-doubt. There's less need for validation. There's less desperation coming off of you. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why a lot of men are attracted to, I don't think it's the beauty 100%. I think it's the confidence that comes as a result of the beauty. How do you level up in preschool? Teacher, nanny, thank you. The same way anyone levels up. You know what? Since you're a teacher and a nanny, you can still dress cute. I would dress like they have this like style called academia, but you can make it like a sexy version. Get you like some little teacher clothes, like teacher clothes, and be like, get you some little librarian glasses, get you some little tight fitted sweaters and some little pencil skirts. You can do it. Make it a whole genre, make it a whole type of style. Be a character. That's what I say. Have a theme. That's what I do. But I live in La La Land, and that's why I feel like I can do that. Even when I did have, even when I was out there in the real world, like doing stuff, I still dressed however I felt my best. And if it's, feeling sexy or cute or pretty, then that's what you need to do. But also stay appropriate for what your, profession is. If you have to stay appropriate. Sexy suits, pencil skirts, cardigans. Yeah. What are the name of these shit? Balenciaga. I've had these for like a couple of years now. These are my favorite shades. And I think men will respond to you in a certain way as well. Like, even if they're not interested in you, they'll still respond to you in a positive way. Thank you, VLAN. Meaning when a man says women look intimidating, that means they don't think that they can get you. You're too much for them. This is what's intimidating. A regular dude walking up to Beyonce. That's intimidation. She's Beyonce. She look like she look. A regular man walking up to any woman that's very beautiful, confident, and probably has like, a good, career, business, money, or whatever. That's intimidating. How's he going to impress her? It's hard. So that's what it could mean. It could mean either your looks, how maybe if you have like a really good career, or both. It could mean that he can't impress you. Like, if you look good, chances are you've already dated men that could impress you, and he may not feel like he can live up to those other men. Even if he doesn't ask about other men, the way you look indicates that you've been with certain type of men or dated certain type of men. And so they're not going to think they're going to measure up to whoever you've dated in your past. So that's intimidation. And sometimes women get the same intimidation when they when they're around a certain type of men who can pretty much have any woman they want, they'll start to, feel that intimidation. Like, wow, he can have pretty much whoever he wants. But why doesn't, then you have to say, well, why doesn't he have them? And then you have to say, well, I can have who I want too. And then you have to build yourself up and out of that little sinkhole of doubt. That's what the level up comes with. And then you have to be like, well, if I can't attract someone that meets my standards, then someone is looking for me and I meet their standards. So you just have to keep making sure that you don't start to self-doubt. The other page I wanted to show you in this book, it's called a Me Time Menu. It's kind of cute how it's set up. Let me see if I can find it. Or did I lose it? Oh, well, there's a menu and it's, okay, here it is. There's another thing I want to show you. So here's a Me Time menu. And what it does is you write what you're going to do in your me time. Like this is basic package. This is small ritual joy that brings joy. And this is 30 minutes. The next one is gold standard, which is 1 hour of blissful me time, doing whatever you put in there. Then you have the diamond deluxe package. It sounds like the nail shop, don't it? A whole day to myself to do whatever I want to do and love most. So then it gives you like a whole day to kind of fill that in. So I think that's important because a lot of women need me time. They don't realize that how much time that they don't spend on themselves until they need it. So I think that's a good idea to have, like, to choose when you can do that. Here's another page in the book. It's called I Promise. And it says, promise, you promise to protect and cherish myself from this day forward. So you're marrying yourself. In what ways could I be more showing myself patience and compassion? So this is more for like being kind to yourself and being patient with yourself and being compassionate, like not beating yourself up for making mistakes. Like, how would you want someone to treat you if you had made mistakes with them, or if you had did something that you regret with them? Treat yourself the same way you would want a man to treat you. If you can never forgive yourself, imagine if you were with a man who could never forgive you. And then you could be like, oh my gosh, I need to forgive myself because I don't think I can live like that. Imagine if you were with somebody that would always bring up something that you regretted doing day after day. Would you stay with them? No. So if you can't take it from someone else doing it, you shouldn't be able to take it from yourself doing that to you over and over every day, reminding yourself of something that's already done. So that's why I want to share this book with you guys, because there's a lot of stuff in here that may be helpful to those type of women who actually need to sit down and journal and get the thoughts in their heads gathered up to see themselves on paper. This is how you can know yourself and start to love yourself. There's an actual little book. I got this at Five Below. You can go and find it online probably. But Notes to Self, a journal for self-care by Lisa Curry. So there's a lot more other good stuff in there. I'll let y'all find it. Or you can just make your own. Five and below, $5. That's all it will cost you. And you know how they have the little books in the middle of Five Below? Or you can probably order it online on Amazon. They got it. So make sure you're not doing something to yourself that you don't want a man doing to you. Because as soon as you meet a man and you're doing that to yourself, you're going to attract men that do that to you as well. You're going to attract abusive relationships because you're abusing yourself mentally by not forgiving yourself or constantly, being reminded of something from the past or regret. Thank you, Naomi. How do a single mom, 6-figure salary nurse practitioner who is building her own business, level up quickly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to come to this event. Okay. Well, how you need first, okay, this is what you need to do first. You need to get in the mirror and be honest, 100% honest with yourself. Period. Like, don't ask nobody to lie to you. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, if I was a man with some money, do I want me? Now, this is the tough love. You gotta have tough love for yourself too, and you have to be honest with yourself. Whatever it is that he might not want about you, and you feel like you can change it, start to change it. That's it. And do that every week until you've changed all the things that you need to change, and just keep working. Okay. If it's not much you need to change, maybe it's mental. Change the mental. Start thinking more positive. Start thinking about the future. Start thinking long term instead of looks and if he's got a 6-pack or not. Start thinking more mature. Start controlling your emotions and remembering the goal and not the temporary emotion that's going to be gone in 10 to 15 minutes. Don't make life decisions based on emotion. And make sure that, if you're going to go out and, out and about, make sure your kids are taken care of and have somebody you trust watch them, or maybe if they're old enough, they can watch themselves. But you need to also make sure that your home is taken care of and your priorities are in order there, because a man is going to be able to see that. A man is going to be able to tell if your priorities are out of order if you meet up with him, and if you're worried about stuff, and if, how desperate you feel with them. I mean, make sure you have the time to also look presentable when going out on dates. Don't try to rush, take the day off, take a personal day off when you have a date, go relax, get your nails or hair and, take a bubble bath and stuff like that. Because when you go out to meet them, they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that within you. Oh, she's relaxed. She's calm. She takes care of herself. She looks like she's like leveled up with ease. It doesn't look like you rushed home and, did the most with the most time you had. Make sure I just take a little day off. Also, don't ever I don't think women should ever be out looking for any type of real relationship when they know something within is not right. When they know, like, they're messed up. Like, fix yourself first, girl. Don't go out and make a whole new problems that you're gonna have to pile on top of your old problems. And men can see that a mile away. When you got too many problems and baggage, they'd be like, mm-mm. And then you're gonna try to pile more on top of it when the other stuff is not solved yet. Red flag. Thank you, Naomi. Oh, thanks. I rush sometimes, but I do look good. But it's my mental and my mouth. I talk too much, right? So you could spend that whole day thinking about what you're going to talk about. You could have written it down. You could have practiced it in the mirror, like how you're going to be looking when you're at the dinner table. That's why you need the whole day off to plan. Then you can watch some of my videos at the same time. When you get on that date, you're going to be on point. Take a day off. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Samantha. He's a great provider, but his temper is crazy. Short fuse. Should I accept it? Girls, short fuse. Should you accept the marriage proposal and have kids with short fuse? Bad temper. What he be doing? Do you know how that's how the show Snapped began? You don't have no guns in the house, girl. I would, if somebody had a bad temper and was crazy, I wouldn't marry them unless it was, a in and out type of situation. Like, you know what? I can't do this. And I'm gonna give you my half and I'm out. That would be the only way. But no, I don't think I would marry someone like that, because if it's that bad before you're married, imagine after you get married, girl. It's gonna be worse. Um, so did I get both of you guys? Okay, yeah, I did. Sprinkle, sprinkle, thank y'all. Oh my God. So it's the shades for me too, y'all. It's bright outside. Y'all can't see it. It's bright in here too. Actually, if I turn off some of the lights, it'll still be too bright. It's too bright. I have to keep these on because my eyes are very sensitive right now. I would film him like when his temper gets bad. I would get out my phone, and every time you think about marrying him, watch it. Then imagine when children come. If he got a bad temper with you, imagine if he's gonna have a bad temper with children. You don't want to do that. Did I get eye surgery? No. How do you got this confidence? Hold on, I have to blow this up. Put it on the screen. How do you got this confidence? Natural born or fake it till you make it? Crazy. You ever notice that crazy people just don't care and their confidence is just what they make it? They don't care. No, I had my eyes out earlier. I'm like, the lights are very bright in here, and so I was trying to save my eyes with the sunglasses because when I film for hours upon hours and all these lights are on me, it takes a toll. But I will let you see my eyes. They're a little red from these bright lights. They're all right. You're so proud that you're bipolar. I think some people have to develop the confidence through um, just getting out there more and more and leveling up to where they feel confident within and they feel, and also it's what you do. Like if you're proud of yourself, if you're proud of what you do, if you're proud of something or you've accomplished something, whether it be the smallest thing or the biggest thing, your confidence is going to grow. So are you doing anything worthwhile? Are you doing anything to be proud of? Are you looking good enough to turn a head or two? This is what builds confidence, like all of these things. And so as long as you're doing those every day, your confidence builds with that. Ask a lot of the women who leveled up. They're going to be like, okay, so I started leveling up. I started dressing nice every day. I started putting makeup on every day. Ask them about their confidence a year later or 6 months later. It's going to be super high because they've done the work, right? So you got to do the work. Hi, Cryptonomics, sprinkle, sprinkle. I can't see too many of the comments with those glasses on. It's so bright. Is a 27-year-old man too young for a 24-year-old? Is his wallet too young? Not if y'all are just dating for fun. I think 10 years older is probably going to be the best. But if you guys get along, whatever, I mean, I can't say anything about that. I know when I was 27, I wasn't serious about it too much. I mean, I was married and had a child, but I'm a woman. I'm 10 years ahead of that. 27, a guy's still having fun. We have those biological clocks. They don't have to rush to do anything. gotta put these back on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Perfect sugar daddy pays my bills and allows an allowance, but is not attracted to him at all. Oh, you're not attracted to him at all. I feel it's obvious. Girl, you're gonna have to imagine all those bills he paid piled up on top of his face. And then you're gonna look real good then, right? You're gonna have to be an actress, darling. Do you think that when all those beautiful women get on screen with them ugly men, that they got a kiss? That do you think they're attracted to them? Or are they thinking about that check? Or how good of an actress they're gonna be to actually pull it off? Come on now. We gotta use that. I've seen some Hollywood movie stars that are like really pretty, and they get paired with the ugliest dude, and they gotta really make that work. So better get you some props so that he can't notice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some blindfolds and stuff. Okay. Or you can come to this workshop and get your own money and meet somebody in the comments, maybe networking or, looking for people to invest in. The raise millions for your business and mingle with millionaires. And also, just a lot of the stuff that they're going to teach basically will get you around people with money anyway. So maybe you'll have a choice, more options, perhaps. You guys want walking corpses. Girl, I don't want no old man won't change direction. Girl. See, I think that's why y'all look at it wrong. I think y'all don't see. You don't need an old man. You just need somebody that has the money that's going to spend on you. So here's what you can do. You can either get you an old man or a man that likes you a lot and who's going to spend on you. Whatever age, you know what I'm saying? So the easiest, fastest, quickest target is obviously the old man, right? That's for people that don't want to sit there and go on date after date after date after date looking for this, because it's not as abundant as the older man. So if you want to look for the diamond in the rough, go ahead. I mean, there are some, but I'm just saying this is the quickest, fastest, easiest way. You don't have to stay with them forever. Nobody said you had to marry them. And you could get in, get your business started, and get out. The heck. Thank you, Chrisley Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate you. Thank you, Chrissy. Like, if you're dating with a goal, you're definitely going to be more level-headed, and you're going to be able to stay focused on what you want. Okay, sweet karma. I wonder what women do if they are already rich. Is their approach to finding a they go for richer men. Like, so say you already got money, right? You're gonna try to find somebody who, compared to them, you don't really have money, or you have similar money, but they don't need your money. So it's kind of like it just levels up to the next level. You don't look for just the average basic guy anymore. You gotta make sure that they have something. It doesn't, and that's why it gets harder for women. The more successful a woman becomes to find a man that makes more money, because unless you go for like a millionaire or somebody close to being a millionaire or something like that, then it's going to be hard, especially if your money is, especially if you own a business or your money is increasing or whatever, for whatever reason, it's going to be hard. So sometimes you can't say nothing. Don't be Halle Berry paying alimony and child support. Oh, yeah, that's what happened to her, poor thing. Y'all are talking crazy in the comments, I see. So, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing to attract men that are financially stable. Thank you. Hold on, okay. Ra Asa. How do you find the balance between becoming more classy without giving up the fun, ratchet side in a culture so dominated by the likes of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion? Depending on how young you are, and I say have your fun, but when you get ready to seriously date and settle down to find some type of long-term or husband, definitely gonna have to go classy. Okay, so get the ratchet out of your system, have fun, and when you get a little older and you're ready to meet someone serious, settle down a little bit, become more classy, and see what happens. But definitely have your fun. I mean, I had my fun when I was young. You still want to be attractive at 24 years old? Good for you. I mean, you should be. You should be attractive at 24 unless you partying too hard. Then you're doing something wrong. You need to slow down. Okay. The truth of the matter is you can be replaced. Yeah. Everybody can be replaced. That's not even a question. Everyone can be replaced. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's not something I worry about. That's not something you should worry about. You know why? Because everybody knows that already. It's not a secret. Do they want to replace you is the question. How long will it take to replace you? Will that person accept those same things about that person that the other person accepted? See? So it's not about if, it's about if they want to. What do I think about polygamy? If he's a multimillionaire, would you do it? Share a man? If I didn't know, like if I don't know, if they don't tell me, I would know. Mm-hmm. If she was ugly, I don't think I'd care. I'm just being honest. Is that mean? If she was ugly, I sure wouldn't care. Like, okay, that's your maid. It's not. You do the laundry. I know what she's doing over there. Cleaning, cooking, scrubbing. That's about it. That's the only way. Sorry, because I can't be jealous. If there's a way for me to be jealous or like, no, I don't think so. No, I'm not doing it. But if I'm, go ahead, whatever. That's crazy, right? Your ex came back with gifts. Would you take him back as an option? If if he was leveling up and trying to do right, and you like him, and increasing, if he's going to do what you want him to do. I mean, if you wanted to give him another chance, you could while you're dating other people still, but I'm not going to go all the way back to something I left already because they were doing something that I didn't like. I say go get the gifts, but you can still date other people. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said take back the gifts. Uh-uh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, I almost sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star with Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Sorry. I want million future voice. You silly. I'm still opening to getting with my guy close to my age. Okay. That's good. Keep trying. If you can find what you're looking for in someone closer to your age, wonderful. Make sure you stay looking that age. Okay, because y'all keep forgetting. And I'm sorry to be the one to remind you. Unless you're going to look that age for the next 20 years or 15 years, if you marry that person, don't marry somebody your own age. Especially men will age less than women age, especially if you're working. Okay, so the man may age 15 years, but it's only going to look like 5 years compared to how much you have aged. And you're going to start looking old to him. So be careful. Get at least go 10 years older, at least 15 if you can. And the reason I say this is because so many women have told me their story. I'm just not pulling this out of a hat. They've told me my husband stopped taking me out after I said, how old are you? 45. Okay. He comes home late. He's out with a 20-year-old. What do you think he's doing? He doesn't want to sleep with me anymore. Well, what do you look like? What do you wear? A lot of women let themselves go after they feel like they're secure in a marriage, and then you start looking old, and he still looks good for his age. So 20-something-year-olds are looking at him because he got his little money, his career going, and he's up there because he's worked all these years, and he's got options now, and you're looking older. So be careful. Unless you plan on looking good every single day, like I tell you guys to do, and that you have options too, better options, then no. Marry up in age a little bit. What if you both old and fat? If you have that type of marriage, you probably have the best type of marriage, baby. Y'all can eat and rub and gay on each other. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all will probably die on the same day in the same bed, holding hands. All right. Thank you, legal ex diva. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's a good flirty line to say to a wealthy man to indicate attraction or interest? Hello, how are you? My name is Legal Ex Diva. It's nice to meet you. That should be enough. It's your voice. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You can say anything. You can say, the weather outside is very nice today. What do you think? Oh, yeah, the weather's nice. They don't care what you're saying. Just say it like that. Like the Notebook. How do I stay young? I do I was gonna say something, but it was a lie, and it was gonna be funny, but I don't want y'all out there breaking y'all legs. I was gonna say I do, one leg yoga. I don't. Um, Basically, I am plant-based. That's number one. I don't work outside of my house. Like, I don't work a 9 to 5. I have my own businesses and stuff, and I work. This is the hardest work that I do. YouTube. And I read a lot, so I worry less. I don't watch the news, so I worry less, unless it's, for comedy or whatever. I make sure that I try to look good every day. I take some supplements, like my elixirs that I sell on my Etsy store. It's like gold, silver, platinum, copper, and like there's some that has different mixtures in it of different things, and it does keep you very youthful. I also have just a routine that I do. I like wash my face, exfoliate, make sure everything is okay as best as I can. But I take a lot of time with myself. I spend a lot of time on myself. I spend hours, baby. It's not 30 minutes, it's hours. Hours. So that's why. Because I have that time. I have that freedom to spend hours. You said voodoo. I don't wear sunscreen. High value men date me and like me, but they don't know I'm about the money. What should I? Then they're not high. I told y'all about using that high value word. That's great value. That's the Walmart generic brand. You don't have to put high value in front of a man that got money. Period. No. And he knows you're about your money. He's pretending he don't. And a man should not. Here's the thing. Just by looking at you, they should know you about your money. You know what I'm saying? They need to look at you and say, she about her money. Okay. So whatever you got to do, go do that to look like that. There's no guessing. She about her money. She ain't finna date me. I'm broke. I gotta go. She ain't finna date me if I ain't paying no bills or doing A, B, C, and D or buying this and that. She ain't finna do all that. Why? Because she's about her money. But does she really? Well, what about like? A lot of guys come and say, "Oh, what about the relationship?" I told you anybody can do that. Anybody can be in a relationship and talk to somebody. You've been doing that since you were a child. But you have to also meet the other standard. That's a given. Thank you, Victoria. Sprinkle Sprinkle just turned 21 on the 26th. Thank you. Happy birthday. Sprinkle Sprinkle, Victoria. When's my birthday? March 11th. Next week. Next week. You said false advertisement. Advertisement is advertisement. Period. Every commercial is false advertising. But y'all still be buying the stuff. Sprinkle, sprinkle. More valuable than high value is an ethical man. But whose ethics do they have? Society's ethics? My ethics? Or their ethics? Ethics are ethics. There's different types of ethics. I need somebody who got my ethics or similar ethics. Like, that has nothing to do when the bill comes either. You can't pay no bills on no ethics. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We being real over here. We're not reciting poetry. When the bill come, you can't use ethics to get out of it, sir. And them taxes are due. You can't tell the IRS something about some ethics. You got to have the money. There's no excuses. If you got to keep making excuses, then that's a problem. It's like, I don't need to hear that word. I need to see the solution. When you figure it out, then we can talk. But until then, it's like, don't waste your breath. It's the same thing. If you, like I said, if you think of a relationship like a business, if your boss told you that, or we can't pay you this month, or we can't give you that raise after all these years because, our company is based on ethics, you're going to look at him crazy. I've been working here for 25 years, showing up on time every day, and I can't get a raise. No, but our company has good ethics, and we're going to make sure that you have all your, benefits and your 401k is in place, but you got to stay at that base pay because we got to make sure everyone can get all of that too. And if we give you a raise, that's unethical. And you don't like it now, do you? Okay. But those aren't your ethics, and that ain't your business. So you don't care. Right? It's like, I can't relate. You said OnlyFans shouldn't be your only playing. That's right. Better have some other stuff too. You said you wanted a protector and he lied and said he was a murderer. Girl, y'all crazy. What? The first thing my family is going to do is what class she is. See what class she is. She got to pass the family test. Uriel. Okay, well, I mean, it's easy to pass the family test. I hadn't taught that so many times. But sprinkle, sprinkle. I need to take these off because it's hard to read. All right, I got the little sunglass line. So, yeah, you got to be solution minded. So, like, a lot of women have done so much and they haven't fixed it in their lives. They haven't fixed their problems or put their priorities in the correct order. Until you do that, you shouldn't try to go date. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what if you meet someone and because you're not organized and prioritized in the right way, that you lose them, or that it's like, I like you a lot, but it seems like you have to get this together or whatnot. And so another person will come along and have their priorities in order, and he may be like, okay, well, who makes more sense? And so that's why it's important for you have to have like everything financially in order, everything, mentally in order, everything, drama free. Because if you're full of drama, that's disorder too. If you like, if you got all these, bad credit reports, and if you got all these things that are going against you, that's going to be an embarrassing thing to reveal unless they say they're going to pay it all off, and fix it for you. But you got a bunch of like exes or baby daddies or whatnot, drama, they're not going to want to deal with it. So you got to get it in check before you even go out there. You know, everybody got to know, look, I'm dating. I want no trouble from you or you. Um, my bank account looks good. I don't touch it when I date. I don't pay for nothing. Okay. My savings is going to grow when I start dating because I ain't going to be spending as much. Okay. And so that's what you got to do. My car, my house, my bills, all of it's paid on time, and I don't have to worry about all of that. Now, maybe I can focus on meeting somebody that has something going on for themselves and who could actually help me get to the next level, not maintain the mess I already got, but I need to get to the next level. Okay. This is how you got to start thinking. If you are at a level already and you're just dating to maintain it, you're not going anywhere. You're not really even leveling up. You're just maintaining the mess you already have. So if it's not a mess, then great. But he needs to be leveling you up at the same time if you're dating somebody with more, you know? So if you're dating somebody with more, they need to be leveling you up because what's the point? Okay. Mm-hmm. You have 3 cars, but if you can get someone to drive me around, I would love that. Then hire somebody. All right. So make sure you're not bringing yourself into a situation with a lot of baggage and drama because that's the quickest turnoff. Mm-hmm. How do you make a man want to spend on you without having to ask them? Sometimes they just know and they'll just do it. Sometimes they listen and see if there's something that you're hinting around about. And then sometimes it's like you got to say something. You got to tell them. Otherwise, they won't know. But if you're in a relationship like that, or if you're in the part of your dating that is something that can be talked about, then you should just ask, or not ask, but tell them, this is what I like. Drop hints and clues. I always send the video. Oh, I'm saving up for this. Oh, I really like this. These are cute. If there's, something that you really like, or they ask you, well, what do you want for this, or what do you want for that holiday, then you can show them. But yeah, because men don't really think like that. They don't think, oh, let me go buy her a gift just because. Like a lot of men don't think like that. You got to basically tell them something. Got to be a holiday. But when they just show up with gifts, that's like a different type of guy. So if a lot of women are will attest to that in the comments. Like, I don't know, have y'all ever had one of those that just show up with stuff? Yeah. What? You said rich guys know about romance because they can afford it? Felicia. What is hard to understand about focus on building and creating the best version of you first? I don't know. Ain't nothing hard. Do you? That's what they said. Do you first, and then see what they're talking about. Um, It's an attitude, ladies. My mom is 42. She never worked or paid for anything, and as 24, never made a pay. You never pay for anything. If he asks you for your wallet, then leave him. Exactly. Bye. Or tell him you don't think so. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You had handsome guys treated you better than this old ugly one. Girl, he probably had cataracts. Thought he was cute in the mirror. Sometimes it's just about the person. Yeah, true. Yeah, but you know, I have to make a joke. Sometimes they forget how they look or in the mirror. Or they don't know. Or they looking at the younger version of themselves in their mind. You don't know. How do you feel about 50-50 rule, like going 50-50 on bills? I feel like I would be at the house 50% of the time too. Because I would be with the other one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, that's what I feel. A man should never be standing behind you when it is time to pay in line. I saw that today. Ooh, child. That's the worst. They know who paying and they see that. Said 50-50 is the dusty. Uh, here's the thing. Y'all come in here and y'all ask me these questions, and based on certain things, my answers are my answers, not based on regular things. So, like, for example, if you're in a 50-50 relationship because you can't do better or he can't do better, then that's what it is. But if you can do better, then why are you there? That's the point. Do you want to be there? Do you mind doing that? How's that going to be in 20 years? You know, if you don't want to do that, then start thinking about more options. Because if you don't, you're gonna wake up one day and not want to do it anymore. And you're like, I should have done this when I was younger instead. Every ever have dinner date and he tried string you for food as you attempted to bite into it? Nothing free, strings attached. What? Try to your string to your food. Attempted to bite into it. I don't even know what you're saying. Y'all are silly. Which one of your bees needs some game? Y'all are silly. The Acrimony movie? Oh my gosh. You say you need a man, well, you ain't got no time for no games. Welcome. Um, so if you have certain standards, like I said, I gotta put these back on. But if you got certain standards, the men you meet may have certain standards too. They're gonna have them somewhere. They might not be where yours are, but they're gonna be somewhere. Like, so be prepared. They might come out later. They might come out beforehand. You don't know, but they're somewhere because usually that's how it is. So be prepared to deal with those as well. Like, am I enjoying Texas with no mask? I never wear a mask anyway unless I had to go into the store. And I always just put them under my nose. I always cheated with the mask, like just halfway. I never cared about that stupid mask. Um, Thank you, Sweet Storm Sprinkle Sprinkle. So she, my new potential is sweet, spends a lot. Likes to call likes me to call him daddy, and he called me princess. I am 40. I don't think he is creepy. Any advice? Do you look 40 though? Let me see this picture. Is that y'all? That's not y'all. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe he thinks it's like maybe, I don't know. Like, that's probably what he likes. I don't know. You better start spending like a princess. Sprinkle. Okay. You better drive the car of a princess. You better have the wardrobe, the jewelry collection of a princess as well. Since that's what he calling you. Dating is nothing but games. You just figured this out? How old are you? Relationships are nothing more than foreplay. Women control sex and men control relationships. No, they don't. Whoever, I tell you who controls the relationship, both people control it by how they act. Because it's like, on one end, this person does something and makes a response on this end. And then what you do next affects the other side. So both control it. When one gives up and gives in, it's because they're tired. Thank you, Sprinkle. CC. All right. Thank you, Nicole. Sprinkle. Wig is from wildwigs.com, baby. You know. And use my coupon code in the description bar. Whywigs.com. The letter Y, the word wigs.com. Okay, so it was interesting, like, understanding that people always change. So remember, whoever you're meeting the first years or couple of months, that's not them. It's not them. It's just a good version of them. A polished, good. It's like, when you get a new job, you try to show up every day on time for 2 weeks, and then you don't care after that. It's like that. So be careful. Don't overlook certain things and get to know people. Yes, they're representative, of course. So, like, a lot of women come in here and say, I met this dude. Okay, come back in a couple of months and tell me about him. But it's good that you met someone, but you don't really know them yet. You said money over men or men over money. They're supposed to come with money. I don't know. The reason why I'm being witty and silly, of course, but like, honestly, if you want to really break it down in a nice, gentle way, you only got one job, basically. Get this money. Thank you, Tina. Sprinkle. When they try but fall short of the glory. Next, right. Basically, you got one job. Not literally, but like, you have one I don't even like to say purpose. Like, you only have to really do one thing to kind of impress women. The other stuff, you can work on, but that's the thing. That's the thing you must focus on the most, because that's what's going to be critical. Yeah. Thank you, Cream Dollar Bill. Sprinkle. Appreciate that. You say you bought Bitcoin. So I don't need a sugar daddy. Go ahead. You can be a sugar mama. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I wouldn't be a sugar mama though. I wouldn't even tell anybody I got that money. I'm like, someone asked, how should we act when getting expensive gifts and we aren't used to it? That's a good question. Get used to it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think it's like, I mean, it's fun to get, it's nice to get good things and good gifts, and you can show appreciation. You can show a little bit of like, but don't go overboard, you know. It's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love them. Oh, you know, do it quietly if you got to do it, but don't go all like, they're gonna be like this. Dang, I should have got her less because look how she acting for that. I could have worked up to that, you know. And it's kind of embarrassing, especially if you're in public. Like, mm, she must not know about, you know, this, and that brand, or this, and that type of thing. So don't go overboard. Just be thankful, gracious, and like quietly. Maybe you give them a hug. Just, thank you so much. This means so much to me. Oh my goodness. This, have a moment of silence. Don't go overboard. Catch yourself. Because if it's that easy to get you all extra, you know, he's gonna like think like, well, dang, she, you know, I should have started low. All right. You want your wedding to be somewhere snowy and okay. Don't even like the cold. You want to be different. You want to be Elsa. Let it go. You want to be Elsa, girl. Have a winter wedding then. That sounds fun. Hmm. How would you respond to a pastor who says, if you ever have babies with an Indian or a white man, you'll have lots of Indian babies? Why would he make that statement now? Girl, he pushing the agenda. You don't know. Um, that's why. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Trying to tell y'all how to make Native Americans, obviously. Giving you the formula. All right. Stacy, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have several of your books. I'm now in the process of leveling up. Thank you so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you so much for buying my book. I appreciate it. Or books. I hope you like them. They're like little mini guides, and just you can pick them up at any time and get some quick tips. Right. I don't. Okay. What What are y'all talking about in these comments? So why are you listening to a pastor anyway, girl? You see what he telling you? You asking me? So you go to church and then you come here and ask me questions. You just need to come here or to my other channel. Sorry, that please. I'm gonna take these off for a few minutes so y'all can engage with me. I could take them off for a few minutes and then I gotta put them back on. Okay. Girls get that lavish wedding, lavish jewelry, and clothes, lavish honeymoon, and lavish lifestyle. Why not? Don't start saying you want small, you'll regret it. Yep. I attract teachers. It's the strangest thing. Girl. Level up and you might can get college professors or deans. Okay. That might help. Hmm. Thank you, Deanna. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Thank you, Cece. I'm in progress of my level up weight loss, and that should take between 6 to 8 months to complete. Should I hold? No. I will start dating now so I can see the progress. It's going to motivate you to do it more. Like if you're on a diet and you go out on a date, and or if you're out freestyling and you see what's going on around you, you're going to look at yourself even more. You're gonna motivate yourself even more. If you stay in your house, it's always going to be tomorrow. It's always going to be in 6 more months. Go out as you are, as leveled up as you can be at your current state, and work on it every week. And go out every week. If someone asks you on a date, go out, do all of it, because that's how you're going to learn, and that's how it's going to go faster. It's going to go faster because you won't have any excuses, and you're going to be more motivated because you're going to be out there learning and seeing the physical responses. You're going to see just different men who approach you and the ones who don't. Maybe those are the ones you want. Who are they approaching? It's going to motivate you more. So get out there and do it now. And then you'll already be used to the game. You'll already know the lines. You'll already know this, and that. And when you get to your goal, it's going to be super easy. But you need to do it now. You're trying to lose weight and still getting wealthy, man. See, that's what I'm saying. People don't need to wait. Do it now. It doesn't matter. Go out as you are. Just make sure you look pretty, and it will motivate you to the next level. I promise you. Because you're gonna go home and be like, I can't eat that tonight. I can't eat the leftover. I can't eat the cheesecake or whatever y'all be eating. You're not gonna go home and get no snacks. You're gonna be like, because I was out freestyling and I saw this guy that was cute and he wouldn't even look in my direction. Then you're gonna lose some like 10 pounds and you're gonna go back out. The same guy might be in there. He might be looking at you this time. You go, oh yeah, or another guy that you like or whatever, or think is cute or look rich or whatever. He's gonna be checking you out like, oh, it must be 10 pounds that I lost. You're gonna keep going. But if you just sit in the house saying, I'm gonna wait, you won't lose it as quick. You won't get that motivation. You won't have enough motivation to just really be super serious about it. You're trying to land a vice president. I don't know. Like, I don't care about their titles. I'm just, if I like them, I like them. See, like these bills, sprinkle, sprinkle. You know. Are nightclubs open? I have not been in a club in so long. I don't even know. Couldn't tell you. Mainly guys your age or married men approach you. Yep, that's usually what happens. So what that tells me is, they feel confident enough to come up to you at their age, which means that they think they can afford you. That's number one. They think they can afford you. Number two, if you're getting married men, they think that even if they're married, you'll still be with them because you're that desperate. Or if they lie to you, then at least they don't think you're that desperate. But if they come straight up and tell you they're married, and will you date me even though I'm married? That means I'm never going to take you seriously. You just a side chick, and I don't even have the decency to lie to you to even give you some false hope. Okay. Take it or leave it. So, no. Got to level up a little bit more. You said the club dusty. My wig is from ywigs.com. And I have a coupon code to save $10 in the description bar. They don't have the decency to even lie to you, girl. Exactly. Like, you just gonna come straight up and tell me you married? Like, I'm gonna be that desperate? No. If you that bold, I'm gonna be that bold with your wallet. Period. I'm gonna lie to you about some bills that's past due and some car notes and mortgages and dead aunts too. Right? What does it mean when he says he likes me more than I like him? I point that out. He doesn't feel the relationship is equal. You're supposed to say thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like me a lot. Take it as a compliment, act confused. Jasmine, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle, 7-Eleven. Food is weak. I date often, but birthday coming up, got to get cut and hop on this plane. Cancer? Food is weak? What's that mean? Oh, it's your birthday. Food is weakness. Okay, yes. I date often, but birthday coming up, gotta get cut and hop on this plane. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where you going? Art, museum, or symphony? I'm going to the symphony, baby. Take me to the symphony. Anybody can walk around an art museum. Anytime, any place. Take me to the symphony, darling. So I can wear my symphony dress. And get a limo too. Okay. I don't feel like driving. Mm-hmm. Handsome guys get a bad deal? Oh. Well, spend more money and maybe it'll change. I don't know what to tell you. It's not the spending of the money, it's how you try to impress. Back in the old days, which is where it looks like I live because I'm dressed like. Back in the old days, men used to court women. They used to come and present themselves and like, hi, I like you. Here's a gift. Then they'll tell you about their family's lineage and all their properties. My family owns such and such. They just tell you straight up. And they own this vineyard and they own this and that. And I think you'd make a wonderful addition to my family. And next week we're going to vacation in Paris or the Bahamas or wherever you're going. Would you like to join me this evening for, I don't know, dinner? Who cares? I don't know. But they used to really court women back then, and now it's like, I look good. I should get some by date 3. Bye. I spent a little money. Oh, okay. You didn't tell me about none of the other stuff that dude was telling her back in that old movie. Where's your vineyards? Thank you, Daniela. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When going to a high value type, I really hate this word. When you go into the great value section in Walmart, you're going to wear a blazer over your sleeveless dress, a place like a work conference. Yes, definitely wear something over your sleeveless dress if you're going to somewhere like work. Okay. High value is great value. That means Walmart brand, okay? Y'all need to stop saying high value. I'm serious. Please stop doing that. It's not, it looks cheap and ghetto. Just let me just tell you. Do you want also a high value Bentley? How about a high value Benz? Sound good? Ain't nothing wrong with it, I promise. Because it's a high value Benz. Y'all just catch on trend and go on with it and be like looking crazy. Trying to tell you, don't go around people that's really got money and say high value. Please don't do that. Y'all are gonna look low, like great value. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help y'all. If you keep saying high value and you get around some people that really have some money, they're gonna look at you crazy. You're like, great value. Great value. Wonderful. Do you want some high value peanuts over here? How about some high value water? I mean, great value. Just leave that off. When we say the word man, it means all of that. When you say dusty, that's low value. You don't have to say low value dusty either. You say man, that's a man. He gonna do what he gotta do. Period. You don't have to say all of that. That's obvious when we over here in this channel. We don't have to describe a man. A man is a man. A dusty is a dusty. Period. Just like when you describe a car. That's the type of car, and this is this type of car. You don't have to put high value in front of the type of car. We know what type of car it is, baby. We know what to do. So stop with the high great value Walmart brand. You're making yourself look bad. And the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want y'all to get somewhere and get embarrassed by using that, by saying that, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Sarah. You love them glasses. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I don't know. It's just, I told you, like, people, like I said, trends and trendiness is low value. And high value, this term high value is a trend. And they're going to know exactly where you got it from and what you're looking for when you use that word. It's a red flag. So stop using it. Oh, you're high value, man. Oh, you must be watching all these dusty YouTube channels. Bye. I know what you're about. See? So stop using it. What's my definition of a dusty? I'm spoiled, so anybody who okay, at least you need to pay all the bills and buy, nice things for whoever you're with or your kids, or if you have children or whatever they need to have, the good stuff. But the bare minimum that I would describe a dusty at is a 50-50 man. If you making me pay for something, you a dusty. Period. If I'm married to you and I don't have the bare minimum, or I can't do what I want, or I have to work like to survive, that's dusty to me. I don't know about other women, but that's my definition. You said any man that tells you no is a dusty. Well, I don't know if I qualify that as a dusty, but I would qualify the other things I said. People got the right to say no. Come on. You just say not my type. Just notice this. Like, even I don't expect you to go around using the lingo that I say because it's an indicator of what you're doing. You know, if you go around telling people to level up, da 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 da, or high value, they're gonna know what you're watching. Just follow the information and don't use the language with it unless you're actually on YouTube or social media talking about it. Like using the words to get the information across, but not talking about it while you're on the date with the type of man and whatever, whatever. You know, you don't repeat this stuff on the dates, you just implement it. You don't repeat it, you implement it. You don't go word for word, you work it into your situation. Some people literally be out here on dates reciting my words as they came out of my mouth on my video. No. Hmm. You say, well, you don't have to work, but he stresses on giving you money. Where your other one? Time to get the other one. Where's your sugar daddy? Where's your other one? Like, it is what it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you say to Dusties that are asking to court you but want to go? That ain't courting. 50-50 is not courting. Unless he give you half his money and you give it back to him. It's not courting. No court. Courting is showing you how I can take care of you, how I cherish you, what marriage may look like with me. Let me show you how much I can, be fun. Let me take you this place. Let me buy you this nice gift. Let me show you what it's going to be like to be my wife. That's courting. Not because he's showing you what it's going to like to be his wife. You're going to have to pay 50-50. Okay. Imagine when you're 9 months pregnant with his child and he needs that other 50% of the rent. Okay? No. This is from ywigs.com. Just go type in blonde and all the blonde wigs will pop up. You'll see it. And use my coupon code. It's in the description below. You save $10. All right. Also, there's a ywigs link down there too. But you can just type in the search bar blonde and all the blonde will pop up. So be careful, like what you're accepting and what you're putting out there. Like, I know a lot of men get mad because they say, oh, some women, they want more, they want too much, and they don't look like this, and they don't look like that, and they don't deserve this, and they don't deserve that. That might be true temporarily, but if they level up, and if they do deserve it, and if they do ask, or they do, or you offer, or whatever, then that's what it's going to be. But yeah, there's always people like the Dusties think that they should sleep with women just because the women should like to sleep with them, but that's not always going to be true. Even if the woman ugly, she might not give it up. It just is what it is, right? Thank you, Catch 22 Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for your help, Shira. I've been listening to you for 2 years, done my work, and I'm engaged to a wonderful man who moved me and my son from the hood to the suburbs and ain't no 50-50. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, that's because you had to change your standards up. You can't go nowhere unless you change them, get them higher standards. If you had, thank you for the nice donation, but That's a good teaching lesson. Like if you had kept settling for the same old, you'd be doing the same old, same old. It wouldn't be anywhere different. So that's what I'm saying. People have to stop settling and do better. But I'm glad you and your son got out of there. Hmm. Bob, what? Do y'all watch Shira in the AM or the PM? Okay. Learning sometimes I don't know what topics to talk about with your man. He's 55, I'm 35. He likes politics. I hate that. Any ideas, girl? Boring, right? Um, talk about money, baby. Get you some money. Talk about shopping and all things you need to give you the money for. Talk about vacation and where y'all are going on vacation. Talk about stuff that y'all can actually do. Because, like, no matter who's in the White House, it don't matter. You're still gonna be doing. You still gonna be in your house, looking at him like, yeah, I ain't got nothing to talk about. So make sure find some hobbies or something that y'all could do together, or maybe a TV show y'all like to watch together. I don't know, just something. Go to the mall and who cares? Okay, let him watch TV and CNN or whatnot. And you be at the mall with his credit card. That's how it works. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, talk about the bill when he get it. Okay. Talk about how much was came out the bank account. That's what you could talk about. There you go. You live in Massachusetts in a high cost of living. Most couples are 50-50 on some form of welfare. If they are not living paycheck to paycheck, because of the welfare, no one is getting married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sounds like a trap to me. Um, well, if they got off welfare, they could earn more. That's number one. They could open a side business and have a 9 to 5 until they don't need the 9 to 5 anymore. Yeah, I think that's why I think like y'all need to go to this workshop, how to raise millions for your business, mingle with millionaires, network with millionaires. You don't have to worry about any of this anymore. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like honestly, the workshop tickets are linked in the description bar below. Y'all gotta be there. Like it just in the comments alone, you're gonna be, hi. I better change them screen names or whatnot on. I think it's gonna be on Eventbrite. I better change them names. You got some ratchet names. Thank you, Tirza. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, I started my new job. You start your new job tomorrow, front desk clerk at the Marriott. How can I start catching potentials at work, girl? At work? Better look good. You gotta be stunning. Call up to the room. Hi, is there anything else you need for the evening? No, don't do that. Just look good, girl. I don't know. I mean, that's all you can really do. Just look good and have a sexy voice. And see if they'll come try to call the front desk once they get to their room. See what's. Hi, are you the lady at the front desk? Yes. You are so pretty. Thank you. Do you think I could take you out sometime? Oh, but you're at a hotel. Yeah, but I'm in town every once in a while. So you might run into men that only will be in town for a little while. So hotels, I don't know, but maybe you'll meet. There'll be a famous person. Who knows? But I don't know if that's gonna turn into anything long term because it's a temporary place. But They might just be coming to the hotel because they don't want to go home. You see a potentials at the Marriott. You might want to aim higher. Yeah. So try the Four Seasons, darling. Y'all want to hear a funny story? So there's a Four Seasons in Houston, right? In Houston. And Michael Jackson stayed there when he came to Houston a couple times. And I'm like, I wonder what room he stayed in. Because I'm going to go stay there, being silly like a fangirl, right? So I'm trying to figure out what room he stayed in. And I don't know if they're going to tell you. What room did Michael stay in? I'm gonna call up there and ask. They're gonna think I'm crazy, but that's why I'm gonna call before I go up there and ask. I'll request a certain room. Probably was like the penthouse. So I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I might have to just go look at it online. Anyway, you said gotta start somewhere, right? Um, your husband complained about spending. I don't work, 2 kids, how to deal. Where's your other one? Mm-hmm. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what happens. This is what happened. Like, y'all get married, y'all fall in love, y'all get married, y'all have kids. Now, the money is the problem, you see? Thank you, Sonia Sprinkle Sprinkle. Shira tips work. Getting free stuff all the time. How do I occupy my time when boyfriend is on call? He's a doctor. Trying to get my own business, but it's hard to not compare salary still in corporate America. Well, you don't need to compare salary. He's supposed to pay for everything. Your money is your money. Period. Do whatever you like doing. You're supposed to enjoy starting your business. It's not supposed to be a competition. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to pay for all your stuff. So you take your time, you find what you like to do or enjoy doing, and go do it. You don't have to rush. You don't have to make a certain amount of money. You're supposed to enjoy that. And through your joy and your happiness of doing what you like, it's not even going to be like work. And that's how it's going to become successful. If you're trying to compete with somebody, you're gonna skip stuff. You're not gonna be as creative, and you're just gonna be worried about some numbers. That's not how it works. You don't compete with the man. They're supposed to provide for you so that you have the space to be feminine and creative. And whatever comes out of that is something that you enjoy creating. And it's going to be like something like like a baby that you're going to make sure it's right. You're going to make sure everything is great with it. And then it's going to eventually, start making money because you put that effort into it and you put that love into it, and you didn't have to rush and you didn't have to compete. You had your own time to develop this thing, and when it finally starts rolling, then it's going to be all worth it. So take your time and use that time. You're not a man. Hmm. You said finger painting and things. Y'all are so silly. Because I don't know why society has made us try to compete with men. I'm not competing with no man. They're gonna, that's silly. We have two different things to do. So there's no way I could compete with one. I could distract one, but I'm not gonna compete with one. Okay. Um, you said I can distract. Yeah, we can distract them, but no competition. What are y'all talking about in the comments? Zodiac signs? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so level up, and if whatever you're representing within, hopefully you'll attract, or you'll be in the mindset to know where to go because that's what you're doing, you know. I remember I went shopping one time at this really nice, very nice store, and I was just walking through, and I had to go through the men's section, right? This guy just literally stopped me. Excuse me. Because some people with money are a little bit eccentric, and they got high confidence and they don't care. Excuse me. You look like you have nice style. Could you help me pick out a vest, please? I was like, I don't work here. I said, I know. The girl that works here has no style. Can you help me? I'm like, okay, I have to pick out a vest. Not that brown one over there. um, First of all, I'm trying to figure out why he buying a vest. Like, where is this? I'm like, what are you buying that? What occasion is this for? Oh, I have to go to the wedding. Oh, okay. So they will literally ask. They're like, they don't care. Like one time I was like standing outside of the store and before it opened because the rest of the mall was open, but the entry to like I think it was Saks or something like that, it wasn't open. And so I was walking and looking, and the guy says, "Oh, does it open till 10?" I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." He said, "No problem." He said, Come this way. You can go in the mall this way." He says, "I'm waiting for them to open too, but I like to get here early to get the park." They'll just keep talking to you like you care. I'm like, that's an opportunity right there. But I'm just trying to get in and get out. But for you ladies who are looking for that type of conversation, you know, there it is. Go to the nice stores, hang out, walk around, because they know what you're doing there. They know they can get you too. Like she going shopping, she like clothes, she like shoes, she like money, she like me. And the reason why they do that is because they know they're going to get the response. They're bold with it. It says go to Macy's, girl, Saks and Neiman's, Nordstrom. Somebody said Sam's. Well, a lot of business owners go to Sam's, but I think I did a challenge one time where like I said, because a lot of someone asked me about the expensive gift thing, right? I think I did a challenge like last year. I said, go to one of the high end stores in your area, the highest end you can find. Make sure you look cute when you walk in. Don't look like you don't belong. So, this is another challenge. And go try on an expensive dress or an expensive outfit. I'm not talking about $200 either. I'm talking about expensive. And go try it on. And go take a picture of yourself and post it. This is how you're going to get in that frequency of deserving nicer things. Once you see how good you look in it, you're going to feel like you deserve it. Like, I need this. Oh, yes. Because, and the same thing with men, they do that with houses and cars all the time. You can do that with an outfit for a woman, a dress or something like that. I've done it several times. I have very expensive stuff. I have very expensive clothes, but I shrank. I had to sell them. I had a few nice things, yeah, and I shrank. I had to sell them. But the point is, what you can do is just to get into that deserving mode. Go try the stuff on. Go walk through the store. Go see what you can see. Like, because a lot of people will tell you, no, you know, you can't wear a $10,000 dress. I just did, and I took a selfie, and it's on Instagram. And you'll start to view yourself very different. Everything will change. I'm trying to tell you guys. Everything will change. Your whole mindset's going to change. You said Trader Joe, yeah. And if you're not ready for all that, go to the nice side of town. Of course, you can go into those shops and stores and things like that. But when you're ready for the big one, and you feel like this is what you need to go do for yourself and your whatever, go do it. Listening to you, thank you, Danielle. Listening to you, I've leveled up at work. I get plenty of help, but I'm still trying to level up my personal life. Your advice. Mm, for me, like, if you can level up at work, professionally and things like that, I think you got to do the opposite. Like, you have to really relax and be, this separate person from your career and your work. You got to be two different people from your career, because I had to be. Like, remember when I told you guys I used to work at the funeral home as a mortician? I can't take work everywhere I go. I can't act like a mortician and a funeral director everywhere I go. I have to be two different people, literally. So, just make it a point to be like the type of woman that men are really attracted to. That's who you gotta start to emulate in your dating life, or whatever. See, it's different at work. Like, at work, you gotta act all professional. You gotta be like, when you get home, you gotta be totally different. You gotta switch up, because if you're acting like a coworker, you're gonna get treated like a coworker. And see, I had the opposite problem. I didn't act like a coworker. I acted just like I act now. It's like, you okay? I wasn't trying to be professional. I mean, I was trying my hardest to be professional, trying to fight the other side of me. So it's like, you said that's right. Yep. Like, it's so obvious. Like, the one of the problems with women that I see a lot is you're too coworkerish. If that's the word. When you get on a date, it's like you're at work. You're interviewing him, you're talking extra proper, you're asking him all these boring questions. It's like he's at work with a coworker. There's nothing sensual about it. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, we're on a date, lady. We're on a date. We're not at work. We're not in the conference room. Settle down. Shut up. First of all. Number 2, where's your sexy voice? Number 3, why are you talking so much? We're supposed to be enjoying the ambiance. And you're supposed to be mysterious or sexy or something, right? Why are you talking 1,000 miles an hour, asking me 1,000 questions? I thought I left my job hours ago. Shut up. Be a woman. Look, I left work to go on a date. I feel like I'm at work still. This is one of the biggest problems women have. They can't shut up and leave work at work. They can't leave their work persona at work. They become who they become their work representative. So don't be that. When you leave work, you turn that person off. Click. You become someone else. Here I am. Okay, this is date night, such and such, whatever your name is. Period. Leave all that behind. You don't even talk like that anymore. That's career Kathy. Leave her there. Men can be so boring though. Not if you distract them. Yeah, I don't know how to bring it out of them. I need to learn that. If you can bring it out of a man, he ain't boring. We want to. So tell me about what was it? Yes, tell me about that again. You're like, he gonna start stumbling over his word. That's not important. What do you want to do? Tell me about this, and that. What are you doing? Your job is to distract them and get them off that boring, stint. Put you on the screen. There you go. Sprinkles. Okay. Thank you, Sphinx. Oh, Syrinx. Thank you. Sprinkle. So while they're talking, you need to be doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the body language. You know Ursula's line. Don't underestimate the importance of the body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. And even if you are blabbering to them, they sitting up there imagining what you looking like, with no clothes on. They're not listening to you anyway, so don't waste your breath. Half the time you ask them something, they won't even remember what you said. You said tell us about body language. First of all, you just think about what are you going to wear to distract this person? How are you going to sit in whatever you're wearing? How are you going to use, what you look like and what you have to distract this person from their blabber? I don't know. Work it. That's why I say y'all need a whole day off, or y'all need to do this on the weekend and practice. Sit in the mirror, you can even film yourself. This is what you look like on a date. Put your webcam on like I got mine on. Put a teddy bear in the other seat or whatnot, whatever you got to do, and be like. Then you watch it and you're like, oh, I look stupid, or oh, I look good. I'm gonna do that on my next date. Oh, I should wear that dress and that hairstyle, and I look better when my shoulders are back, or look stupid when it's like this. Okay, so sit shoulders back, good posture. Yeah. Okay, pull this up. Distraction. That's so interesting. And see what you look like, because you might look stupid. You might be up there. That's so interesting. You know, look in the mirror. Get a camera. See what you look like. He probably looking at you crazy and trying to talk to distract himself. So you need to see what you look like. I see what I look like all the time because I'm on YouTube and this camera all the time. Um, so I know I looking crazy. This is the dress, darling. This is from Shein.com as usual. So this is actually I think it's linen or cotton, and it's just like a blue cute puff sleeves A-line dress. It zips up in the back. It's like baby blue color. Mm-hmm. How to not get depressed when you think true? What? When I think what? There's too many comments. Well, I don't think about stuff like that. I try to think about solutions versus things to be depressed about. You know, if I can't change them, then why bother worrying about them? I'm just going to focus on something that I can do, and that's going to make me happy. You know, no use to focus on something that's not going to do anything for you. Um, can't worry about what you can't fix. Um, change your thinking. You think true love isn't real, so of course that's your reality, right? So, it's whatever you believe, and what is your definition of true love? You know, because it might not be the real definition of it. So, like I said, truth is relevant. Some people think true love is meeting a person and having this chemistry with them for 5 to 7 years until it wears off and you get old and they start looking at 20-year-olds. Some people think that's true love. Okay. Their face when they find out that it's not. Thank you, Cryptonomics for Sprinkle. Oh, that wasn't you. I'm sorry. Thank you, Aspect Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, Happy Mood, for this question. I think take Shira's message and use it to what works for you. I cook because I love to cook for my children, but if you have to cook to please him, you shouldn't be happy. Oh, you wouldn't be happy. I have a maid come once a week. Right. I don't even cook unless I feel like it. It's very rare. I teach them how to make the stuff, or somebody else makes it, or I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it every day because I don't want to be obligated to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I teach them. I have older kids now, so I'm good. I couldn't wait till they got a little older. Um, right. So thank you, Kimberly Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate that. You should be rapping, not macking. What? Somebody's in here rapping now? You said cooking is too much work. It is. That's why they hire people to do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Val Al. My male friend took me to lunch, and owner, an old friend of exes, gave us a round of drinks at our favorite place free when he seen me wearing heels and slacks. Well, go ahead then, girl. Get your free drinks, and next time, well, wear a skirt and see what else you get free. Sprinkle, sprinkle. um, I don't need your advice, little Dusty. Y'all arguing in the comments already? Ladies, don't befriend the salt. Okay. You have zero desire to settle down. Let's see what this says. I have zero desire to settle down as a 27-year-old feeling like a weirdo because of it. Single life feels so amazing. Thoughts. I'm sure single life does feel amazing, but you're 27. How old of a husband do you want? Like, you want an old man or somebody your own age? Because, like, remember what the Dusties say. After 25, they say they can't afford you anymore, or they lie and say you hit the wall. So if you're trying to date someone your own age and you're getting older, they're gonna tend to date younger women because they can impress them more. So the older you get as a woman, the older you're gonna have to date, especially if you're trying to get a serious relationship or marriage, or even if it's just having fun. You might get young guys, but it won't turn into anything because they're able to impress younger women easier and faster for less money. Okay. So you're at that age right now where you're in the middle. You're like, I'm still young, but I'm about to be older. Okay. You're at that age right now where you're 27, right? But in 5 years, how old will you be? That 5 years can go by super quick if you're not focusing. Like, if you're not dating seriously, because you might find somebody, you might get in a relationship. It may take a couple of years to get to know that person, to get engaged. And what if it doesn't work out? Then you got to start all over. And now what? So that's why I say always start younger, dating potential men that could turn into husband types. So that way, if you're ready, then you don't have to worry about, oh, well, he's not the right type. You always date that type, you know? And then when you feel like you're ready, then it's going to be easier. Thank you, River Sprinkle Sprinkle. What type of people attract narcissistic people? How do you actively repel them from energy? Victims, 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 victims. Victims attract narcissists. Anyone who is weak, a people pleaser, and a doormat will attract a narcissist. So, if they can sense any type of weakness, any type of validation seeking, any type of low confidence, they're gonna target you, and they're gonna try, because they might try and they might not succeed, and therefore they will not be a narcissist with you. See, there's a difference. They're not a narcissist to everyone. They're a narcissist to only those who can allow them to be. So sometimes you have to check them from the start, and they probably not going to repeat that. But they will if you allow them to. So, like, for example, if they're all about them and they're trying to manipulate you or whatever, and you don't respond the correct way, they're going to have a hard time being narcissistic with you, because you're not going to let them do it. It's like this. Okay, so if I really want you to do this because and this is like, well, too bad we always don't get those things that we want. I'm hungry. What about you? You got to be straight up. You can't be like, well, I think, well, okay, well, da 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 da. Okay, well, I guess, well, that's not right. And, who cares? No, be just like them. And you will never meet a narcissist ever again. Promise you. Because I haven't met any. So, you won't meet any if you don't allow yourself to. Anybody can be a narcissist if basically you're just allowing people to be narcissistic to you. Like, it's like, oh, it's too easy. But if they can't, they won't. You said they test your sympathy and empathy. Be like, just like this. Well, I'm hungry. What about you? Where are you taking me? And that's what you gotta do. Nothing else. You ain't finna talk about it. You ain't finna share no feelings. You're not finna say, you finna say, well, whatever. Where we going? Where are you taking me? Like, I don't care. Whatever. And you'll never meet that narcissist representative again. You said pick me should use men for validation and they get used in return. Oop. That's true. I mean, we can't deny that. I can't even say that's not true because it is. Okay. Shira, you was either a queen or a pimp in your past life. You so silly. Thank you though, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I do have a crown. Let me go ahead and put my... You're right. I think I was a queen. But now I'm a goddess. Oh, that's much better. Thank you. I forgot. It just works, right? That's what it's supposed to look like, right? Except I'm the modern version because I got on these glasses, darling. Y'all know I got props. Actually, Sasha wore this on picture day yesterday, and it was in my tote bag on the floor. So, yes. Thank you, Ice Turner Sr. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. These glasses got me blind. Shira 7, in your opinion, what are some of the reasons to why a lot of females suffer from anxiety disorder? Because they don't have a plan for their life. You don't have a plan, you don't see things working out for the best, you have anxiety. So make plans, make goals, make plans. And don't make plans that you feel like you have to complete, but just make a plan for what you want to do. Not that you have to do. There's a difference. I want to do this. I want to do that. This is where my life is going. Because a lot of women are like, I'm unsure about the future. I don't trust this. I don't trust that. I can't trust my own intuition because society preaches against it and they tell me to. So, we're all being pulled in 18 different directions. We got to be the man. We got to be the woman. We can't be feminine. We have to worry about how we're going to take care of this. We don't know what the future holds. We don't worry. We don't know. It's like too much. And anxiety kicks in because you don't know what's around the corner. And it's like, dang, I'm getting old. I got to hurry up and settle down. I can't be dealing with these dusties because I have feelings. And I can't be feminine and be in my emotions because these men are broke and they don't court like they used to. It's like, it's too much. And what happens is you just have an attack. So this is why I say level up and get your priorities in order so you don't have to worry about all of their priorities. And once your priorities in order, you're not going to choose based on those things that you used to choose your life decisions on. Like when you choose a partner, that's a life decision. That's nothing. That's not going around the corner to McDonald's drive-through. This is a life decision, especially if you're going to have kids or move in together. That's a life decision. And it doesn't need to be taken lightly. So a lot of women are making, quick decisions that affect the rest of their lives because they feel like, they have to hurry up and rush to do something, or they feel like, that all the dusties are going to get taken and they don't get one. It's better to have a dusty than no man. They don't even realize, sorry, I need to put some new lipstick on. They don't even realize that they deserve more. And so they're sitting here having anxiety about which low budget, low dusty they're going to keep in their lives. And their subconscious mind it's like, no dusty at all. And so they got to fight against that too. Then they feel guilty for saying that. And there it goes. So most women just really basically need to be allowed to be a woman, a feminine woman. They don't need to worry about getting with a man and then being a man. You see, it's too much. It's like, why do you even need the man if you are the man? You don't. So stop. That's why. Sprinkle. Um, you said you learned the hard way. Okay. But that's a good question. Sprinkle. Um, yes, I do have big hands. I am tall. Not short like y'all. Got no short man syndrome. Yes, I'm a queen, darling. Yes, my hands. Y'all like my hands? Mm-hmm. Y'all want me to have some Donald Trump hands? Okay. Y'all telling on y'allselves, dudes. I have big hands. Don't be telling people. See, you done lost before you started, sir. You done lost before you started. You mean my hands just gonna make you look little? Okay, you right. Whatever. That's why they don't like big hand women because my hands ain't even big. It's the regular size to hold a phone. Look. Anyway, don't tell on yourself, sir. Sprinkle. Thank you, Queen Mother. Shira, do you think men put more emphasis on the superficial aspects of a woman versus our education and what's in our heads? Yep, they sure do. They should. And they should. And the reason why is because do you really want to be the breadwinner? You know? Here's the thing. Any trained, lab tested experiment animal can be trained and memorize and do some things and work and do a job, a task. That's nothing. Okay, anybody can do that. All you got to do is follow the directions. And I'm not trying to put down educated people. I mean, everybody has some type of education. I have 2 degrees, but what I'm saying is that's not what is attracted naturally to men. Okay, they're not naturally attracted to that because they are naturally attracted to what you look like because that's what is going to make them want to engage with you. You see, it's not about what's in your mind until later, until a little bit later, but they're first drawn in with the superficial. Just like when you say, "Oh, my dream car," you don't think about the gas mileage or the maintenance on it. When you think about your dream car, what do you think about? The body, what it looks like, right? The aesthetic of it. Because if we thought about the gas mileage, our dream cars will be like, the smart car. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know the little bitty cars about this small, look like a clown car? Yes, that would be our dream car. So men are going to always look with their eyes. That's just what it is. Then they'll get into it's like a present on under the Christmas tree. It's like if it's wrapped really nice, you think the gift is all nice and stuff. So you unwrap it and hope there's a good gift in it. And then once you get to the gift, it's like, oh, okay, this is nice. And then they'll start to explore the gift. But it's always the packaging, right? Yeah, yes, man, think there. How do you deal with? Oh, I don't see. Negative. Y'all need to start writing out the word. Y'all know negative. I don't know what that means. Negative people. I don't know. They're not always negative, just in certain things. Okay. Never thought of the packaging thing before. You said you dated a man. You dated one man of means. Okay, so where's the other? That means like it's the same thing. You dated one man that had money, and you don't feel like that they're for you. So how many men have you dated with no money? You know what I'm saying? You dated one. No, that's not for me. So you like broke man. I don't know. Some people like broke men. And like I said, there's somebody for everybody. Dusty, Dusties. But I know why. I can tell you why. Because they don't feel like they have to live up to like a high standard with them. You're working to undo the behavior and thinking now if I gotta prove my what? Oh yeah. You definitely gotta change it. Do it slowly. It'll work. Some some women enjoy being abused and used. Stay in that bottom where you belong. What? Do I regret my tattoo? Nope. hmm Actually, like I like it. I've grown to really like it. Like I got this on my birthday after I was already married and had kids, like in my 30s. So I'm like, I done already lived half my life by then. Thank you, Kanika. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do Dusties ever grow into wholesome, loyal men, or is it usually who they are, their character? No, they can definitely if they get the right motivation and start doing and putting in the work. Yeah, a lot of people start off with nothing and have a lot. But like I said, if you're dating someone super young, that you're probably dating them in their dusty stage because they're young, and that's usually what that stage is. Like honestly, like sorry, yeah. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said I lived half my life in my 30s. Yeah. No, I never heard of that person. Mm-hmm. I missed the super chat. Yeah, I already got that one. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Always be prepared. All right, y'all. Well, I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. I gotta go. Um, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ugh, I'm tired of that high value. Look, thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.